also seeing now the 11 network, which we matched in our route map. However, we are not seeing the 172.16.23.0/24 network that we saw earlier. See, earlier we had the 23 network within our routing table on router 1 when we just did a redistribute of the EIGRP learned routes in. However, now we have broken the process of redistribution of EIGRP routes into OSPF. And what I wanted to show you is this very this concept here, because it's very important. So the reason this is occurring, because we have to remember when we redistributed the EIGRP routes into OSPF, what happened in the background within redistribution is the 23 network got redistributed in as well. And that's because within the redistribution process, it's not only going to pull on the local router the routes that it's learning via, the protocol, which in this case was EIGRP, but it's also going to pull into the redistribution process the interfaces in which the network statement is advertising into the protocol as well. So in this case, in router 2, that was the 23 network. So when we went ahead in and we redistributed another OSPF network, one that was connected on router 2 into OSPF, what happened here when we matched the loopback 11 interface is that the redistribution process from the EIGRP learned route was then broken, because that was also being redistributed in as well as a connected interface that is being specified under the network statement within EIGRP. So the way that we can bring this network back in, what you're going to see here is, if we just do a ping to the 3 network, you source it from our 1 network, what you can see is, there's no problem. Well, that is because, from router 1's perspective, it knows how to get to the 3 network still. And router 1, so when this packet's come into from router 1 to router 2, well, router 2 has, router 2 knows how to get to the 3 network as well and the 1 network. And router 3, again, knows how to get back to the 1 network. So this process is fine here at this point. Let's go ahead and try to do some other things here. I can even ping, the 3 network just by doing the ping, when it's leaving router 1's fast Ethernet 00 interface as the source. So 172.16.12.0. Router 3 still knows how to get to the 12.0 network. However, if I go to router 3, let's take a look here. Now this is very interesting. Why can't I ping, even though I can see here in my database these external routes learned via EIGRP, why can't I ping the 1 network now? Well, the reason this is occurring is because, again, if you just leave a ping like this and don't source it, it's just going to use the exit interface to get to, the destination network. In this case, to get to the one network, we're going out the 23.2 interface as the source. Well, let's go ahead and just do a debug. Debug IP packet here on router 1. Let's go ahead and do that ping again. And this is exactly what is going on, is these pings that are being sourced from the 23 network going to the destination of 1 are being received on router 1. However, when this information tries, the echo replies try to go back to router 3 from router 1 to router 3, well, when router 1 does a lookup on the 23 network in its routing table, it has no idea how to get back to the 23 network. And that is because within our redistribution process here, we have broken redistribution. So we broke we broke the process just to show you how exactly what is going on in the background within redistribution. And we can still have successful pings from loopback to loopback if we just do ping the one network and source it. That's fine. But as you can see here, this can cause big problems if you're not aware of what's going on with redistribution. So let's go into router 2, and we will finish off this lab by going into router 2, and we will now redistribute the connected interface here, the EIGR, into the EIGRP domain, and that's loopback 33. So right now, if we go on to router 3 and do a show IP route, we should see the 12 network attached. But what I'm going to show you here in a minute by doing this redistribution of the connected interface into EIGRP, we're going to lose visibility of this route. Again, we can see this route on router 3 because it also